This is the battleground for tonight's Group C final.
The 4 best contestants from the last heats will be battling it out over 5 tough tests and this spectacular super round.
And the prize for the first one to the top of the Krypton Mountain will be a place in next week's grand final. The first challenge for our 4 heat finalists, the assault course, that unique test of physical agility, with 16 testing obstacles to overcome in 400 yards. Once again, scientifically assessed target times based on age and gender are the yardstick for each contestant. They'll be scored on how well they perform against those times. So the winner isn't necessarily the first to cross the line. Claire Stringer in red, starting very strongly. And as one would expect from a group final, it is a very fast start, and 2 have already pulled clear of the field. That's Ian Mitchell in green and Adam Wayne in yellow. They both won their respective assault courses in the heats and with excellent times. So we can expect a tremendous battle here. And as the younger man, Adam has to work a lot harder. He has to put at least 14 seconds between himself and Ian if he is to win the heat. Down the fireman's pole they come, and Adam is starting to pull away from Ian.
Ian keeps fit with his hobbies of potholing and skydiving. Adam spends a lot of time climbing Scottish mountains, and that experience is really beginning to tell.
In my spare time, I like to get up to Scotland and climb the mountains. I'm trying to do all the Munros at the moment. I've done 35 so far.
In third place at the moment, last week's heat winner and part-time rugby referee Andy Wilbur. And he really needs to start closing on Adam and Ian now if he's to stand any chance of challenging by the end. Ian battling hard to stay with Adam and trailing all 3 men at the moment. Coventry's Claire Stringer, the best runner-up from the group heats.
But it's still Adam Wayne in front at the halfway stage as he heads over the chain bridge. And he's beginning to establish a large lead over Ian Mitchell.
I'm looking forward to the assault course and the simulator being successful again, and general knowledge.
Andy Wilbur beginning to close the gap on Ian, but they're all chasing Adam Wayne, who holds the fastest time on the course this year. Andy Wilbur giving it everything he's got, but will it be enough to catch the leaders?
I hope to do better on the observation and on the mental agility, as I was last in both of those in the heat.
Police officer Claire Stringer swings across to the cargo net, stumbled a bit there, sign of tiredness perhaps. She's beginning to lose ground on the men. But Adam's setting a furious pace as he comes to the top of the A-frame. Very good technique there, and he's straight back into his stride. He's looking unbeatable. Ian straining as he reaches the top of the same obstacle, trying to stay with Adam, and is on the chain bridge, getting closer to Ian with every step. But Adam is already up onto the Burma rope bridge, on his way to the final obstacle, out to better his record time. He's well ahead of Ian in second place, and he's still closing, and Claire Stringer in fourth.
I'm a very keen cricketer. I play through the summer for a club in Cambridge, but I've also played for the East of England.
It's Adam Wayne, first to the aerial slide, still looking strong and still with a big lead, but both Andy and Ian are bettering their previous good times, so the result is by no means guaranteed. Ian could still win it, Andy could still make second place. But the first contestant to hit the water, Nottingham's Adam Wayne, and as he hits it now, he is just under his heat time, but still 20 seconds ahead of his target time. And now here comes Ian Mitchell, and the question is, has he stayed close enough to Adam to snatch victory away, or has Andy Wilbur done enough to take second place from him? Ian finishes, but it isn't close enough to Adam's time to take first place, and he's got to wait now for Andy Wilbur's time to know who's going to be second. So here comes Andy, and just looking at the watches now, I don't think he's going to disappoint Ian. He hits the water now, and in fact he hasn't. It's Ian second and Andy third. They've survived the rigours of the assault course out on the bleak Lancashire moors, and the pressure stays on as we now welcome to the studio our group finalists.
And some tremendous runs on the assault course, but the winner, Adam Wayne from Nottingham.
So the full points breakdown: Claire scores 2, Andy 4, Ian 6 and Adam 10 points. Mental agility is all about speed of thought and reflex action. The group finalists will compete to answer questions in the fastest time through touchscreen technology. They're about to be shown a series of groups, each of which could feature numbers or shapes or letters of the alphabet, months of the year or clock times. I will ask sets of questions relating to the particular group that they're looking at. For example, if the contestants were given this set of months, January, May, July, October, I might say 3 months between. The answer would be January and May, because they were the only pair with 3 months between them. That's the challenge. Group finalists, we begin with months. 8 letters. 4 months before December. No U. 30 days. 3 months between. 2 left of the third image. No E. Less than 30 days. Now clock times. 3 hours after 12. 4 hours 20 between. 6.5 hours before 1540. 3 hours after 23:35. 55 minutes before 2015. Midway between 0100 and 0410. 105 minutes after 13:15. 11 hours before 13:35. Days of the week. 9 letters. Midway between Wednesday and Sunday. 3 days before, 1 day after Friday. No N. 4 days after the second image. 1 image to the left of Wednesday. 3 days before the first image. The fourth image. Shapes, neither black nor a hexagon. 5 sides. Even sides. Black, less than 4 sides. 9 sides in total. Neither black nor odd-sided. Less than 4 sides. 1 to the right of the second image. That's it, the end of the round. And a quick glance at the computer reveals that second and third places had to be decided by the clock. Andy second, Claire third. But the winner with an excellent 12 correct answers is Adam Wayne. And the full mental agility result: Ian 2 points, Claire 4, Andy 6 and Adam 10. So after 2 rounds we have a clear leader. For the Krypton Factor 20, the software engineer from Nottingham, Adam Wayne.
Response round, and tonight's group finalists have already flown aerobatics over Blackpool in a British aerospace simulator. I hasten to add, they're at it again, this time over the Lake District. The contestants have to track a lead plane on a low-level flying exercise. The computer scores them on how closely they follow the leader, with points deducted for losing contact, crashing, and on group final flights, there's an extra penalty of 10 points deducted if a pilot doesn't fly under the bridge at the end.
Claire Stringer is first into the cockpit. She's currently in 4th place, so she's going to build up a good enough points total to buy key advantages in the super round. She needs to do well here. And she's certainly made a good start with an excellent tracking score in the high 90s. Claire, a police constable with a course in advanced driving and pursuit completed, on the tail of the lead aircraft. But the tracking score starting to drop now, and I think she's in trouble. She crashed in her heat, and she's going to crash here too. And that's a very sudden end for Claire Stringer, and she can't believe it. Next, Ian Mitchell from Leeds in 2nd place overall, but with high hopes of 10 points here. He flew brilliantly in his heat, finishing with a magnificent tracking score of 92.8. That, of course, was aerobatics over Blackpool. Can he match that performance with low-level flying over the Lake District? Well, so far the answer to that is emphatically yes. His tracking score in the 90s and very steady. He really has great touch and control and believes that his excellent judgment on height comes from his experience as a skydiver. banking round now to Washwater Lake, and remember, he must fly under the bridge at the end or lose 10 points off his tracking score. He seems to be a bit high, and I don't think he's going to make it. No, over the top. What a pity, and 10 tracking points lost. This is Adam Wayne, the contest leader, a Nottingham software engineer. And it'll be fascinating to see if he can better Ian Mitchell's performance here, because if you compare their flights in the heats, Adam's tracking score was only 0.8 behind Ian's. Two absolutely brilliant flights. And so far, he is on course. His tracking score very similar to Ian's at this point, and it may all come down to whether Adam makes it under the bridge at the end or not. He'll certainly enjoy the terrain below, being a keen hill and mountain climber, 35 peaks above 3,000 feet to his credit. But here comes the testing moment, in over Washwater, and he looks to be at a good height, wings level, and he is going to go for it. Now, he mustn't panic at this stage. Here we go, he makes it! That's a magnificent performance by Adam Wayne, and he's delighted. Finally, Andy Wilbur, a data systems manager from Wellingborough, and he has two very hard acts to follow. But looking back at his heat performance, he certainly has the ability. His tracking score then stayed in the 90s until very near the end, when he suddenly lost contact with the leader. And right now he is maintaining an excellent tracking score. He is right on the tail of the lead aircraft. And remember, the object of this round is to keep as close to the ground as possible, over ridges and down valleys. And his tracking score just beginning to drop a little, and the box above the tracking score shows he's no longer as close to the leader as he should be, and that could give him problems as he comes in over Washwater. He needs to be in perfect position. He's banking hard to the right now to try and get in line with the bridge, and I don't know that he's going to get under it. He needs to be careful that he doesn't crash into it. No, over the top he goes. 10 tracking points lost, but he did complete the course.
So here's how it worked out. Claire scores 2 points, Andy 4, Ian 6, and Adam takes the 10. He won his first 3 rounds in his heat, and he's done it again in the group final. The leader with a maximum Krypton Factor of 30, Adam Wayne. Round 4 tests the ability of our group finalists to recall detail. They're about to see a short, specially commissioned computer animation, after which I'll be asking 5 questions about the content. Tonight's animation is entitled Ice Skaters. 5 questions on that animation starting now. In the opening sequence, 3 letters of the alphabet were featured. What was the second letter? As the camera panned left from the archway to the ice, a word was displayed across 4 pillars with its reflection in the ice. What was it? What was the name of yacht number 1? What was the number of the yacht with the yellow sail? Which tense appeared in the animation? Reminding you that when scores are tied, the clock decides the positions. Andy is second and Adam third, but the clear winner with 4 correct answers, Ian Mitchell. And that means that Claire gets 2 points. There are 4 for Adam, 6 for Andy, and 10 for Ian. The lead has been reduced, but still out in front is Adam Wayne with a Krypton Factor of 34.
Into round 5, a crucial one for our group finalists. They have a big opportunity here to make considerable increases in their points totals before using them to buy advantages in the super round next. Right, coming up, 75 seconds of rapid-fire general knowledge questions with 2 points for a correct answer and 2 points deducted for a wrong answer. Good luck, group finalists. The clock starts now. What was the Christian name of ragtime pianist Joplin, who wrote The Entertainer? Ian.
Scott.
Correct. In 1994, brothers Ridley and Tony Scott bought which major film studios near Staines? Claire.
Pinewood.
No, Shepperton. Actor Jack Shepherd plays which West Country detective on television? Answer is Wycliffe. Wykehamists are pupils of which public school in Hampshire? Ian.
Winchester.
Correct. Which author buried in Winchester Cathedral wrote Mansfield Park and Persuasion? Claire.
Jane Austen.
Correct. Austin, Texas contains the museum to which president who succeeded Kennedy in 1963? Ian.
Lyndon B. Johnson.
Correct. In which sport have Margaret Johnson, Tony Alcock and David Bryant each won were Andy?
Bowls.
Correct. With whom did Peter Bowles co-star in both Executive Stress and To the Manor Born? Ian.
Penelope Keith.
Correct. In which 1990 film did Kiefer Sutherland and Julia Roberts play medical students Adam?
Flatliners.
Correct. What sort of ship is a flat top in naval slang? Ian.
Aircraft carrier.
Correct. In the name of the airline Qantas, what does the letter Q represent? Ian.
Queensland.
Correct. And that's it, the end of the round, and it means that we have joint leaders going into the Super Round with Krypton Factors of 36. From Leeds, Ian Mitchell, and from Long Eaton, Nottingham, Adam Wayne. Who'll make it into next week's grand final? The Super Round will decide it, and the advantages the contestants will now buy with the points they've won will play a major part.
Yes, the battleground is set. The cryptic rings, the response revolve, the laser matrix, and this, the Krypton Mountain. The Super Round is next. Don't miss it.